Hello friends, this is Santosh Jengi and welcome to the Simplified Chemistry class. This is a session where we are learning some important formulae, tables, etc. focused on NEET, JEE and other competitive exams. So this is a session 1 where we are learning the formulae based on the chapter solid state by which we can solve the problems related to the solid state chapter very easily appearing in the competitive exams. Look at the first one. We are going to see a formula for calculation of number of atoms per unit cell. Z is nothing but number of atoms per unit cell. So if you want to calculate Z, take the number of corner atoms, divide by 8. If suppose you have a face centered atoms, take the number of face centered atoms, divide by 2. Number of body centered atoms divided by 1. Number of edge centered atoms divided by 4. Use this formula for calculating Z, where Z is nothing but number of atoms per unit cell. Better you note down all these formulae as well as the table so that it will become easy when we go for solving problems in the next session. Second one. See, if N is the number of atoms involved in close packing, if N is number of atoms involved in close packing, number of tetrahedral bonds is equal to 2n and number of octahedral bonds is equal to n. Based on the number of atoms involved in the close packing, we can predict number of tetrahedral bonds and number of octahedral bonds. Radius of tetrahedral bond is equal to 0.225 times of r, where r corresponds to radius of the atom involved in the close packing. Similarly, radius of octahedral bond is equal to 0.414 times of r. Once again, capital R is nothing but the radius of the atom involved in the close packing. By using first and second concepts, we can find the molecular formula of ionic solid or the molecular formula of a given crystalline solid by using Z as well as by using number of voids filled. We go for the next, the third one. Formula for density of crystalline solid. D is nothing but density of the crystalline solid. D is equal to Z into M divided by A cube into Na. Z, number of atoms per unit cell. M corresponds to atomic mass or the molecular mass. A is the edge length of the unit cell. Na is the Avogadro's number. Let us move to the next one, fourth one. In this, we are going to see some important characteristics with respect to cubic system. We would make a table by which we are learning characteristics of cubic system. First column is for type of unit cell. Second column is for Z, number of atoms per unit cell. Third column is for packing efficiency. Fourth column is for coordination number. And the last column is for the relation between, we are going to see relations between A and R. A corresponds to edge length. R corresponds to radius of the atom. And even we are going to see relation between D and A. Now this D is not the density of the solid. D corresponds to distance between the neighboring atoms or the particles. And we call it as nearest neighboring distance. So what the D corresponds to here? D corresponds to nearest neighboring distance. distance between the two neighboring atoms or the particles. And remember, if you know the relation between A and R, easily you can give the relation between D and A. It is because, remember this hint, D is 2 times of R. So by knowing A and R relation, we can easily give the relation between D and A. So it is not necessary to remember the relation between D and A. Remember relation between A and R. By that, you can easily give the relation between D and A. And I will give some hints how to go with this table. Okay? We are getting only 3 types of cubic systems. You know about the 3 types of cubic systems. We have simple cubic system, body-centered cubic system, and the face-centered cubic system. We're going to take the first one. Primitive or simple cubic system. And you know the number of atoms per unit cell. In a simple or the primitive cubic system, it's 1. Packing efficiency, we are getting 52.4%. Coordination number, we get 6. And in this, R is equal to A divided by 2. So definitely D becomes equal to A. Next one, BCC. In BCC, Z we are getting 2. I'm not going to discuss anything regarding the Z calculation here. Already we have done that calculation in the theory session. So this is the session where we are focusing directly on the data or the values. Packing efficiency 68%. Coordination number we are getting 8. And here R is equal to root 3 into A divided by 4. Or remember the simplified value of R in terms of A. It is 0.3535 times of A. 0.3535 times of A. What then D becomes equal to? D is equal to, it's nothing but 2R. It means I can take D is equal to root 3A divided by 2. Or we take the simplified form, 0.707 times of A. We have to practice this table, particularly the last 2 columns are important, where if you know the R, radius of the atom, edge length can be calculated, or they are going to give D, by which we are going to calculate edge length, and that edge length we are going to use it for finding density of the crystalline solid. Last one we take, it's FCC. In FCC, Z we are getting 4. Packing efficiency we are getting 74%. Coordination number is 12. R is equal to A divided by 2 root 2, or the simplified value 0.433 A. D is equal to 2 times of R. So we are getting A divided by root 2, or D is equal to 0.866. 2 times of 0.433. So it is 0.866 times of A. So this is a table which we have to remember. Particularly the last 2 columns are important. Practice it and try to remember it, and remember better the simplified values for the competitive exams, because we are not using calculator or other electronic devices for simplifying root 3, 4, etc. So better remember the simplified form so that problems can be solved very easily directly using lesser time. Now let us take the 5th one, where we are learning relation between A and R in ionic solids. See, in case of BCC, for body-centered cubic system, we are getting root 3A is equal to 2 times of radius of cation plus radius of anion. And in case of FCC, for FCC we are getting A is equal to 2 times of radius of cation plus radius of anion. R plus radius of cation and R minus is radius of anion. A is the edge length. So you may be given edge length, radius of any one ion, and another radius will be asked to calculate. Or you will be given radius of both the cations and anions, edge length may be asked to calculate in case of BCC and FCC. And these are the formula we are using mainly for ionic solids. Next one, sixth one, we are going to define one term called radius ratio. Radius ratio is nothing but radius of cation divided by radius of anion. Ratio of radius of cation to the radius of anion we call it as radius ratio. And we are taking now a table in which we have a range of the radius ratio. Based on the range of the radius ratio, geometry we are going to give, coordination number, and some examples we are taking. First column we are going to take is for range of the radius ratio. Second column is for geometry of the solid we are getting. Third column is for coordination number. And last column is for the example. First value up to 0.225. If the value is up to 0.225, we are getting triangular planar geometry. Coordination number is 3. Example B2O3. So if the radius ratio value is up to 0.225, geometry possible is triangular planar. Coordination number we are getting 3. Example is B2O3. Now, if the radius ratio value lies between 0.225 to 0.414, 0.225 to 0.414, we are getting tetrahedral geometry. And here, coordination number is 4. And for this, we take one best example. This is a very important example on which we are discussing much more. Sphalerite, it is nothing but a zinc sulfide. If the range of the radius ratio is in between 0.225 to 0.414, geometry possible is tetrahedral, coordination number is 4, example is sphalerite. If the range of the radius ratio is in between 0.414 to 0.732, 0.414 to 0.732, geometry possible is octahedral, coordination number is 6, and for this we are taking a best example. It is nothing but the rock salt sodium chloride. Last one, if the range of the radius ratio is in between 0.73 to 1, 0.73 to 1, geometry we are getting is body centered cubic system, BCC geometry with coordination number 8, and for this best example is cesium chloride. So this is a table on the radius ratio. Based on the radius ratio range, geometry is given, coordination number can be given. So how we are getting problems on this? You will be given radius of cation and anion, and you will be asked to predict a geometry, or you may be asked to find coordination number. It's very easy. Just divide cation radius by anion radius. Based on the value you are getting, geometry coordination number can be given. Another important thing you remember, as the radius of cation goes on increasing, definitely radius ratio goes on increasing. And as the radius ratio goes on increasing, you can see the coordination number is also increasing. With increase in the radius ratio, coordination number increases, with that stability of the ionic solid also goes on increasing. What conclusion we can give from this? As the radius of cation goes on increasing, radius ratio increases, with that coordination number as well as the stability of the ionic solid goes on increasing. So this is the fifth one. Okay, after learning 6 important concepts related to the formula of solids, we are dealing with the seventh one now. Seventh one deals with the characteristics of ionic solids. Make a table like this. First column is for type of crystal, and about the crystal we are writing description, coordination number of the cation, anion, number of formula units per unit cell, and last column is for the example. Like this you have to make a table, and this is very important once again for solving the problems in competitive exams. First type of crystal we take crystal of type AB, where A corresponds to cation and B corresponds to anion. In this we take first example, and the first example we are taking is rock salt. You know about the rock salt? It is nothing but sodium chloride. Sodium chloride has FCC geometry, FCC lattice. Cl minus ions are present at the corners and also at the phase centers. And if you take Na plus ions are present at the body center and also at edge centers. Position of Cl minus, position of Na plus. Each Cl minus ion is in contact with 6 Na plus, and each Na plus ion is in contact with 6 Cl minus. It means coordination number with respect to both anion as well as cation, 6:6. In one unit cell we find 4 NaCl units. I repeat, in one NaCl unit cell there are 4 Na plus ions and 4 Cl minus ions. Example, you can take the halides of lithium, sodium, potassium. They all have rock salt structure. Cesium chloride. Second example for the type AB, cesium chloride. Cesium chloride has BCC geometry. Cesium plus ions are at the body center. Cesium chloride has BCC geometry. Cesium plus ions are at the body center. Cl minus ions are present at the corners. Coordination number 8:8. It means each cesium plus ion is in contact with 8 Cl minus ions, and each Cl minus ion is in contact with 8 cesium plus ions. Number of formula units we are getting 1. Example, we can take all the cesium halides like cesium bromide, cesium iodide, etc. Let us move to the third example for the salt of type AB. Sphalerite. It is nothing but a zinc sulfide. Sphalerite, it is nothing but the zinc sulfide. It has a CCP, cubic close packed geometry, CCP lattice. Sulfide ions are in CCP. Zn2 plus ions. Zinc sulfide has Zn2 plus and S minus 2 ions. Zn2 plus ions occupy alternate tetrahedral voids. Look at the arrangement. Sulfide ions are in CCP. Zn2 plus ions occupy alternate tetrahedral voids. Coordination number 4:4. It means each S minus 2 is in contact with 4 Zn2 plus, and each Zn2 plus is in contact with 4 S minus 2 ions. Number of formula units per unit cell we get 4. Example, copper salts like CuCl, CuBr, CuI, cuprous, chloride, bromide and iodide. So this is the salt of type AB. 3 examples for the salt of type AB we learned. Rock salt, cesium chloride, sphalerite. Except cesium chloride, in other 2 examples we got number of formula units, 4 only. So very easy to remember. After learning salt of type AB, we are moving to the next one. Type AB2 or A2B. 1 cation, 2 anions, or 2 cations and 1 anion in 1 formula unit of the ionic solid. And for this, we take a best example on which we are getting questions repeatedly. It is nothing but fluoride. Fluoride corresponds to calcium fluoride. See, similar to zinc sulfide only, geometry or the lattice is CCP only. Fluoride is having CCP lattice. Ca2 plus ions are in CCP. F minus ions occupy all tetrahedral voids. Ca2 plus ions are in CCP. F minus ions occupy all tetrahedral voids. With respect to Ca2 plus ion, you see each Ca2 plus ion is in contact with 8 F minus ions. As a result, with respect to Ca2 plus, coordination number is 8. Each F minus ion is in contact with 4 Ca2 plus. With respect to F minus, coordination number is 4. Now see the coordination number ratio, it is 8:4. But number of formula units of calcium fluoride in 1 unit cell is once again 4. We can take the examples similar to calcium fluoride like barium fluoride, barium chloride, calcium, barium, both are the group 2 elements. Easy to remember about the examples. Last one, exactly opposite of this. B. We are calling the structure as anti-fluoride structure. Opposite of fluoride, anti-fluoride. And for this we are taking example of Na2O. Anti-fluoride. Na2O, opposite of fluoride. Again the geometry is CCP. It is also having CCP lattice. O-2 ions. You can see the fluoride. In a fluoride, Ca2 plus ions are in CCP. Now here, O-2 ions are in CCP. Cation Na plus ions occupy all tetrahedral voids. Na plus ions occupy all tetrahedral voids. Coordination number with respect to Na plus and O-2. Each O-2 ion is in contact with 8 Na plus, therefore coordination number for O-2 is 8. Each Na plus ion is in contact with 4 O-2, therefore coordination number we are getting is 4. Number of formula units is once again 4. Example, lithium potassium oxides, Li2O, K2O, etc. Like this, we can explain some ionic solids, and this is a very important table which you have to make perfect by practice. Focus mainly on description, coordination number, number of formula units. Repeatedly we are getting questions on 3 solids, namely rock salt, fluoride, cesium chloride. Rock salt, cesium chloride and the fluoride. Let us go for the last one, 8th one. In this, how to convert NaCl structure, it is nothing but FCC structure, to cesium chloride structure, and it's nothing but BCC. Sodium chloride is having FCC structure, cesium chloride is having BCC structure. And when you see the coordination number, coordination number in sodium chloride is 6:6, and here coordination number is 8:8. NaCl structure can be converted to cesium chloride structure by applying high pressure. Cesium chloride structure can be converted to NaCl structure by increasing temperature. So when you apply high pressure on the sodium chloride structure, it converts to cesium chloride structure. Similarly, when you apply high temperature on the cesium chloride, it converts to NaCl. This is important. We got questions related to this also in competitive exams. Okay. So this is all about the formula session where we learn some formulae, tables, etc. On this basis, we are going to do some problems, particularly on a competitive exams related to NEET, JEE, CET and others in the next session.